Hi everyone, this is take number 3. Today we're going to talk about the business process of Telstra, how currently they're fixing or returning modems lately. So, imagine for a second that you have a broken modem at home. You currently have a lot of work, a lot of stress on your plate, and you're just going to get it fixed. But the caveat is you have to wait for 2 weeks to get a single modem returned. And by then, your modem has not been fixed yet. It just started to get returned to the HQ to get it fixed. So overall, it might take you 3 to 4 weeks, cost you a lot of time, a lot of stress. How would you feel? If I were you and we were the customer of Telstra, surely we would have felt dissatisfied to say the least. This is the current customer journey where it relates to the current physical problem. At most, where right here. This is our bottleneck. Up until here, some manual process is being made where you manually type in the SMS or customer details. But up until here, we have to wait for a customer to return our code right here. If they did, we'll get a black yes, return the model straight away. Or else we have to manually wait for the return code to be returned to us, which push down all other schedule and push down the calendar for returning the modem, which takes a lot of time and the customer being charged as well. Here are several pain points being identified. Some of them be as little as maybe repetitive process to as much as customer dissatisfaction. This is the BPMN of the ASYS process. As you can see, not only that it has many different external entities, but it requires a lot of manual steps, and a lot of different steps has to be weighed on each other and depends on each other. Several solutions has been proposed by our business analytics team, which relates to data driven insights to determine the common reasons for returning modems. Basically means we'll generate an FAQ, which would help the customer to themselves at home identify some problems which is commonly met in our current modem. Solution number 2 relates to automate some in-store process to help alleviate some workload from our technicians, also our customer services department as well, which I believe can be reallocated for some other works, which would help solve our bottlenecks. Third of all, we have an automate reminder system, probably via SMS or email, rather than have to physically type out a follow-up email and send it every time. And lastly, we have a clickable link, which lies inside an app, which our BA team has developed a prototype. Overall, all the solutions have their own pros, their own cons, but we have came up a fairly good prototype. This is our current prototype. This is the new Telstra app and how it would look like in the eye of an user. We have a sign in or register. If we sign in right here, we choose to blur or unblur your email. You go back to home, you go to calendar, and this is where things get interesting because not like the old Telstra app where you don't have a calendar system, you have to manually write it in your Google Calendar, your Apple Calendar, or any physical calendar, or reminder, whatever you call it. This app has an inbuilt calendar which reminds you what's going on, what's happening, how long should you be expecting a return or a wait. You also have a live chatbot, which is powered by the latest technology in the AI field, ChatGPT 4.0. The data will be fed from our database, which has common FAQ and how to fix them. This chatbot not only works like a virtual assistant, but also as a virtual technician, which it could help identify some common problems that many users face, not only related to modem, any problem related to Telstra could potentially be fixed remotely by this chatbot. We also have an account features where we have an FAQ right here. The FAQ section will help us to identify common problems. We also have a payment page and calendar or an account page. Overall, here is how the interface would look like. Our chatbot, which I have shown you, is one solution. Many users, especially senior users, dislike a chatbot. What they like is a physical face-to-face or at least face-to-face talk with a real person. So what we have came up with solutions here is a real-time assistant, which can help you solve the problem on the way. And I believe not only myself, many of you in here will relate to this person right there. The FAQ should look something like this, where you can describe your problem. Let's say modem signal is weak. How do you do? This would come up and this link should be clickable, where you click on it and there will be solution provided there. You also have a product return page where you only need to type in the order number and customer ID, store ID, and reason for return. This will send automatically straight up to the HQ where they send you a return code straight away, not having to go to physical store. Or if you choose to go to a physical store by any means, this page will also help you to type in the return code so you don't have to go to the physical store again to return the return code. Overall, we also have a payment page. This payment page allows you to manage what type of card you're using. Do you want to recharge or to buy a new device? Or what plan are we saying? Or what reasons for return? There are many different services incorporated here. And we also have some news can be incorporated here as well, like, for example, latest news in the tech world and anything tech related in Telstra. Our BA team believes that many users here is facing the problem where to do something, they have to go to many different field or different pages, different websites. To get a modem fix, you get to YouTube, you get on a Indian tech guy, or you get your cousins come and help. Takes a lot of time. If you want to get some news, you must go to your browser and search something up. Our mission here and our goal is to simplify that problem and make Telstra the single app you need for your specific purposes. So, sorry about that, guys. For our survey, we have conducted a survey to help solve a problem. This survey helps us solve what problem, to be exact, to see if our prototype got any mistakes, anything we can rectify. And after import and analyze the survey, what we got was this. We got a generous number of responses, and we can see that most of them, let's just say almost most of them, comes from male users, and a significant amount of them comes from female as well. And the region here, surprisingly, mostly come from Asia and the age as well. 83% of them is what we consider youth, which is less than 24 years old. So a lot of young users having problem with their modems and find the user interference pretty interesting. So up until the significant part, when I asked in the survey, would you recommend this app to your friends or family? 75% of users responded yes, with 17% saying no and 8% saying no, 70% saying maybe. So we asked ourselves this question as a BA team. Why would they do that? Lucky for us, our survey got a feedback page. Most users liked about the designs, the simplicity, and how the app managed to incorporate a lot of things inside one app. Let's face it, many people was lazy, just like you and me. We as user, we don't want to move around different pages, different apps, different websites. We want something simple, easy to use, and go straight to the problem. So the missing features, some of them recommend directly scan the modem from the app. We find this a very interesting idea and would think that would take this into consideration. And since it's a prototype, some visual features need to be improved as well as the process of storytelling through the app. But overall, the UI and UX is fairly positive. Some other feedbacks, which is notable of how laggy and could be improved in the future. We wholeheartedly agree. To summarize it up, to fix the business process from Telstra, we have managed to come up a brilliant solution of developing an app. You may ask, why not a website? Why do we have to download an app? Mainly because we already have an inbuilt app in App Store in the Telstra app. We only need to improve some minor features as I have shown you guys. Minor features such as calendar, such as a chatbot. All of these features would help users get a better experience, improve the bottlenecks, and reduce the delays when returning the modems. Thank you for everyone for listening, and I hope I can hear your feedback in the near future. Thank you.